Welcome back, everybody. And greetings from Simba.
Greetings from Simba. He says hello.
Another unique recording situation. We're trying something new. I am once again on the road in the state of Nebraska. Heather is not in the state of Nebraska.
I am not. I have not left the state that we are not originally from, but that we hail from at this moment. Montana.
So, but we got trying a new remote video recording, remote podcast episode recording situation where I can be wherever I'm at and going to be if I'm not at home. Well, I mean, even we should probably try this so it can work out where even if you're not home and wherever you need to be.
Yeah. Possibly. And also too, like it's allowing me to kind of see if get this spot ready for recording. So even if Andy's not here or if I want to talk more about I think kind of like how he did that on the road video, just kind of the daily life of Heather Hutcherson and what I'm doing. Because I do some stuff. I do some things. This is a thing I did for a really long time was I made this guy. I think I've shown you guys before. It's a fidget spinner. That looks like Toodles. I like to make stuff like this for our daughter's birthday. So I have a couple other projects that I've been working on. I've been making and working on trying to figure out a good resin situation for reuse. So
power line, how'd you get there?
And then I'm also currently working on something fun to give away while we're walking around at the Continentals.
Woo-woo!
Woo-woo! Coming up.
According to the widget on my phone, our flight is in, so that's not the actual Continentals because we're getting a couple days beforehand, 21 days and 10 hours before we fly down to California for the Disney Lorcana North American Continental Championship at the Disneyland Hotel and Resort.
Woo-woo.
Gonna be fun times. Fresh new meta, shaking up our rotation.
Just like that.
Not gonna get into a whole lot of that tonight because, well, this is a quicker video, but we just want to talk to everybody and say, hey, we're still here.
Hey. Yep, and we'll have, please see us while we're walking around there. On top of just, we'd love to talk to you guys, but also too, we'll have some stuff in our pockets to give out. So the things that I'm making, Andy's ordered some stuff. So yeah, it'll be, if not a conversation, maybe it's just like a, hey, how's it going? And then, hey, do you want these things? Cool. Have a great day. And I'm trying to we did special, we'll only be giving out at special event stickers. And then I'm making an item that is useful, but not something I've seen passed around at a DLC before. And technically isn't it doesn't have to be Lorcana specific, not even TCG specific. This is just a fun little tool that you can use and that has been helpful to a lot of people. So anyways, I'll maybe do a video on that.
A mystery mouse tool.
Da, da, da.
Yeah, super excited about that. If anybody's interested in the current meta or meta contents, check out any of the numerous Disney Lorcana content creators. I mean, the Illumiteers, Lorcana Villain, the Lore Keepers Inn, JDZ Quest, just Garrick, just to name a few. There's a lot out there. Rotation.
Equal Lounge, shout out.
Equal Lounge.
That's just a shout out because, well, Chris, that's our man. That's our dude.
He did a community interview with Zenulus, one of the competitive players for Team Maelstrom. So just all in all, lots of content out there. We're trying to stay on top of it, but and everyone that I talk to about content creators, it's a lot. So shout out to the people that can and do, so I can point over to them and say, hey, go check them out. No, not Belle, honey. Not Belle.
Oh. She's so smart.
She is.
I was so our store will raffle those away as prizes throughout the events, championships and stuff like that. Just add a little spice, add a little fun. And I was pulled for that one. And the guy who took first, at our championship was like, "You want to trade for that?" And he had gotten a mat, and so he was trying to offer me a mat, and I said, "There's only one mat you have that I want for this spell. If you want a trader, gladly." He's, for whatever reason, didn't take me up on it. Rude.
I almost got him in a trade.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, I'm very much in general, like trading stuff, whether that be TCGs or like fun little trinkets and stuff. I feel like if it's in like with any things, I feel like an enthusiastic yes is, do you want to trade for this, for that? Yes. Enthusiastically, fantastic. Let's go. If there's a lot of hesitation up front, not saying that it can't ever happen, but Dave didn't sound so like, not saying that he wouldn't, but it was just like, I don't want the mat that way if he's not super jazzed about it.
And I think that was Dave going, of anything you could have offered me in trade, that's like the only thing I'd be willing to accept, but it's still a hard thing to say yes to.
Yeah. But, exactly. It was the Woody mat and the Rapunzel's from last DLC season.
Season 1, Rapunzel gifted with healing. Yep. So I have 2. He has 2. He wants a playset, and I'm like, my wife wants the mat.
What an easy trade, Dave.
Probably maybe last little bit in this video of the Lorcana Continental Championship prize wall was announced.
Yes.
Lots of cool things. There's the Mulan charging ahead foil playmat, the Simba Pride Protector foil playmat, and a slew of unfoil challenge only promos. So,
which I really like that they do that and they make them something special. I love the Woodies that I got this season, and I do play him because we went to and participated in so many. And I think that gifting the people something that won something is really cool. Like, that's really fun. I do think that there's a disservice in not having a second place or a top 4 thing. That's my personal opinion. I think that the dropping the promo cards down, very cool. Getting rid of one of the mats, especially one without text on it, that's so simple and easy to do. That felt like a disservice. Top 4 pin, you know what I mean? Like, there's something simple like that. I mean, simple, right? Like, guys, I know everything about TCGs, but like, to me, with how often pins get pumped out, I think that's a simple one. Even if it's like, I think of like the Golden Mickey, maybe they pick one of the like character ones, and instead of having it be all color, maybe it's like whatever the character is, and then like all one color, but like sketch on it. Anyway, Ravensburger isn't tapping into this. I mean, it would be super cool if they were, but like I'm also not expecting anything, but that's just food for thought.
Well, maybe we bring it up if we see any of the devs or people at Continental and be, hey, have you considered? And they'll probably be like,
have you considered?
Yeah. In person, dear, not in photograph.
Oh, okay. You said see them at a DLC.
No, I said the Continental Championship.
Oh, my bad.
For those that don't have the clear image or don't know, that's Heather's talking to the photo of me and Ryan Miller that I had taken at the Season 1 Las Vegas DLC, and then signed at the Season 1 Seattle DLC.
Yeah.
So just the devs and the creators of the game that I've been able to interact with via staffing opportunities or just participation. They are fantastic people. Yeah. Every last one of them. So don't give them in earnest a hard time or be mad or be disgruntled. They're just they're servicing. It's a worldwide company servicing a worldwide group of people. There's a lot going on.
And here's the thing, and I think a lot of people forget this when they're talking about big companies, is that you cannot please everyone. That's on a personal level, but it's also on a bigger level. And even statistically speaking, because people will probably say like, well, you can't please everyone, but you can at least please most. It's like, yeah, but statistically speaking, if you were to ratio out the people who are upset versus who are enjoying certain new things, it's probably most. It's probably most that are happy with the changes and things. So,
speaking of changes, sorry, that made me go. I know I said towards the end of Lorcana speak, but something new and exciting. I don't know if Heather's ready for this. We're not talking a lot about it, but format Coconut.
Yeah.
The singleton format. So you have a coconut character. There's the camera. And then you have 60 cards in your deck, one of each. No duplicate. Your coconut character will say you can have up to 4 copies of insert character name here in your deck. Other than that, one of each, and up to 3 ink colors. Yeah. So I haven't explored a whole lot of the options there. Again, been traveling and
well, I remember that it originally got passed around like a list of what each character did and stuff like that. And I remember looking at it last year and a half ago at this point. I don't remember them, but I do remember looking at them.
Well, and they've changed. That was the beta test. Yeah. This is beta test. So this is the alpha beta test of, they called it heroic. And it was, I don't want to say strictly, but it was something that's being tested around in the Asian, the Asia.
I'm being circled.
play circuit. That's the term I'm looking for. Yeah, the dog's tail was very distracting. But so yeah, that's something cool to check out. I know the Illumineers in their Discord are raffling, doing a coconut deck building contest. Ooh. Where you submit an image of your coconut deck, and the winner, I believe it was the winner of whoever has the spiciest coconut deck. Liam is going to build your physical coconut deck in some cool sleeves to be determined and ship it to you. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. What if I just the coconut deck and then you like throw like tapatio on the top?
Spiciest.
Little chamoy and tahine rim tapatio in the mix,
The all Madrigal deck.
Exactly. See, you get me. Yeah. So, yeah, Lorcana, that's cool. The cards, the cards.
Oh, D&D, shift gears, Dungeons and Dragons. I joke and say Dungeons and Dragons. So what'd you roll?
13.
Plus.
I'm obviously a +5, so that's an 18.
That's charisma. Yeah, that sounds about right. So Dungeons and Dragons, world's largest tabletop role-playing game, TTRPG, is owned and facilitated by Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast also facilitates, runs, owns, whatever you want to say, Magic the Gathering, the other TCG, if you will.
The other one.
And since Heather and I don't play Magic the Gathering, the only time we ever look at the cards is if there's a really cool set, like Heather liked the Bloomborough set. So we opened a couple of packs of
the Avatar set.
The Avatar set. Ninja Turtles.
I'm jacked about the Star Trek one. Also, too, can we talk about the Furby one? Because I'm so mad.
We can try and talk about it, but it's Magic, so it's not our forte.
I want a Furby, just a pack. I'm just asking for a pack. That's all I'm asking for. My mom brought up for our daughter's birthday for me / for her. My Furby is gray and he's crusty, but you know what? He works. And our daughter saw it and immediately she goes, Chattermack, and just starts pressing him. I'm like, you were so right. Mind you, it obviously looks almost exactly like Chattermax because that's what Chattermax is supposed to be. But Chattermax is like that bright, vivid purple color, and he's gray and crusty and dusty. And Christy's like, I recognize him. Anyways, that was a weird rant. I'm so sorry, but I really want a pack of Furbies so bad, and I'm really bummed that it was such like an exclusive thing that I was like, But yeah, Star Trek. I'm coming for one of those packs for sure. You guys stop me.
And I probably won't stop you. I'll probably get it for you. But so Wizards of the Coast, and they do lots of other things here and there. And I say, so Heather and I and a lot of our friends play Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing you can do in Dungeons and Dragons is if your character D&D is if your character is, trained or skilled in the art of spell casting, you can cast spells. I mean, it's pretty fun, pretty cool. But so surface level D&D is a lot of fun. It's easy. It's cool. But then you start building your character and you start going, I need spells. Okay, well, I'm going to pick these spells. What do these spells do? Then you flip to chapter 7 of the player's handbook and it lists every spell and what it does. And I'm trying to remember it and have it. So in 5th edition, they had come out with spell cards. And it was a card the size of a trading card from a trading card game. And it listed the spells and it was done by character class and this and that. You can buy them. Well, that was in 2014, and in growth of everything, in 2024, Wizards of the Coast came out with Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition 2024 revision, which anytime they've done that in the past, everybody just calls it insert edition 0.5, 3.5, and 5.5. So everybody was colloquially calling it 5.5. And Wizards is like, no, it's Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition 2024 revision. And we're like, okay, cool, 5.5. And so finally they kind of threw their hands up and went, fine, call it 5.5. We're like, well, we were going to. Thank you.
Late?
Yeah. And so, but they hadn't come out with spell cards. So lots of cool creative people out there, not just content creators, but there are some people, a shop I found on Etsy. If I can find the link, I'll drop it in the show notes here, that had PDF versions. They had taken the time to take the spell text and components, casting time, and format it into roughly the size of a trading card size and put them on sheets. And, it was like affordable enough for the effort that I didn't have to go through to make spell cards.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of what Heather was showing a minute ago. And then Wizards of the Coast apparently just wants to get our money somehow. And since I'm not buying Magic the Gathering except for special Universes Beyond type stuff, they're like, well, you know what we're going to do? Just to get the nerd hutch. I know, I feel very singled out here. In August,
they're releasing an entire China cabinet and hutch series of Magic the Gathering cards. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
No, more on the D&D side though.
Oh, okay.
After I print it out, cut out, because there's 9 cards on a sheet. So I sit there with the paper cutter and cut and trim for every class of character that we're playing or our friends are playing. They said, well, on our roadmap, on our 2026 roadmap, in August, we're releasing spell cards for 5.5. And I went,
yeah.
Of course you are. Of course you are. For those that are curious, the release date is August 18th, 2026. Upon finding that out, I went to our local game shop, Lotus Games, shout out, and said, hey, can you order these for me? And he says, yeah, I can. I was like, cool, because, Wizards of the Coast. He's like, yeah, Wizards of the Coast. Don't get me wrong, great company. They've been around forever. They again, like Ravensburger, take a lot of flack.
Yeah.
And I'll dish it out to be funny and everything because, well, we don't play their main trading card game. We play D&D, but it's, they're just a company trying to do their best.
Yeah. Well, and, best or not, that's, I talk about this at work a lot of, sorry, I got a little blurry right there. Hope that didn't affect you guys at all. We talk about this at work a lot is, yes, it is an entity, but it's also an entity ran by people, and people are behind it, and people are doing things. And I try my best every single day. And unfortunately, sometimes my best just isn't enough, and mistakes will happen because I'm a person. I'm not saying that that's an excuse for anything that's happened in the past with any of the companies, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, it's always super important to remember that even if you're ragging on the company or maybe you're ragging on a choice, we don't know the person aspect behind it. And so maybe like simmer down.
Cut them a little slack.
Yeah, there's.
But I also find, because I get fired up, and I just attribute it to those people are passionate, and passion's a great thing to have. I don't find that it's helpful to be passionate and then angry and then how dare they? I'm never playing this game again. They ... and I'm like, whoa. Let's pump the brakes a little bit there, folks. So yeah.
Sorry. I was going through some of the stuff we had back there, like the art series stuff. Oh my goodness, the glare is atrocious. I'm so sorry. It's the Lord of the Rings art series, 53 out of 81, a Nazgul. Ooh. And then I found the hang on. Let me find a more iconic thing.
Do you have an iconic? Oh wait, wrong. Sorry, we were off Lorcana.
Sorry, I had to refocus again. No, just a more iconic card of it.
The avatar.
I love the avatar. Yeah. So, anyways, that's what I was doing. Apologies. I just wanted to find those and do a little thing.
And in other D&D news, I happen to have. So if I look like I'm staring into the disc, I'm looking at another tab here that's got the top 10 D&D highlights from GenCon. So before I get into that, GenCon, the best 4 days in gaming is what they call it, and it looks like it. 1 year will go, probably 2028 if I was guessing, and that's because we have big summer plans for 2026 already. And that's a lot of travel back to back. It is the first week in August in 2027, but it is just a huge. It's a gaming convention. It's the nerd of nerd. There's tabletop role-playing games, tabletop games, role-playing games, card games. There's it's not a block party, but I think they call it a block party. I mean, it's hosted at the Indianapolis Convention Center, and it takes over
everything.
Ravensburger was there with Lorcana. They had a CCQ 14-year-old one. CCQ, shout out to that kid. Good job on
that. That's so freaking cool, dude.
Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons is there with a whole booth. They did a bunch of huge announcements. So I'm just going to find the ones that apply mostly to Heather and I and what we do. Not that these aren't all important, but
no. But it's just beneficial. Like if as much as everyone has their thing that's important to them, and so you might get that information from someone else. I find that the content coming out of people who maybe they just don't care about what they're talking about, it loses a little lacklusterness. I hope that our joy and our excitement over a lot of things with the different games and the different programs and the different art pieces comes through because of our passion and our care.
So the digital platform of Dungeons & Dragons called D&D Beyond. A lot of people that have used it, myself included, kind of go, D&D Beyond. It's clunky. It doesn't work right. Yeah, but it's it gets the job done. Well, it's getting a major overhaul this year to be launched, I believe, fall of 2027. So don't get too excited, but I'm hoping that they're putting a year's worth of work into it, that it's everything that they want it to be and that we're hoping it's going to be.
Yeah.
To be including, so what you can do on D&D Beyond is you can play digital Dungeons and Dragons with people all over the world. And so what they're putting into it is a feature to find a group of people to play with.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I just wish they would get better character sheet things, like digital ones, because I feel like if I select that I'm a bard, why do I need to then add all the bard features to I'm a bard? Like those are my features. That's what I got going on.
They don't. Don't mention a whole lot of that, but they do say there's going to be some tools for Dungeon Master preparation, which I'm pretty excited about, including scene manager, map pins, bookmarks, and encounter management features that don't require you to open a map or another virtual tabletop, which is kind of why I, in the DM seat, haven't used it.
Yeah,
it's because on top of session prep and this prep, to then have to go in and build the map, build the this, build the that, it can be almost a full-time job. And I'm, full-time father, full-time employee for a company that sends me all around the country, and I don't have time for part-time son. Don't have time for I say that in jest because I don't, not that I don't have time.
I'm at like 50% of the time.
Yeah.
The other time I'm just a gremlin from the forest.
So, and then
also shout out to Jimothy, by the way. Party themes right here. I
don't have that button right now. That's only when I'm at home.
This is. I think we talked about this in like one of the very first episodes, but so I think it's important to bring it back. Of like, nerdiness is passion for a thing, passion for whatever. You want to talk about passion for a thing that isn't traditionally considered nerdy? You get me talking about nature stuff? Oh, buddy. I'll lose it. I love Jimothy, and then don't at me with any of the terrible ecological things that have caused Jimothy, because I know and I'm aware, and I have existential crises about stuff like that every day. But for now, I'm just enjoying the fact that we have Jimothy, and that's all we need in life, and that the creators around us are giving us more Jimothy in different versions, including Wizards of the Coast gave us Jimothy D&D. So good. Cryptid. Timo agrees.
Also on so they haven't launched their roadmap yet, but these are just announcements. The D&D a rebuilt D&D Beyond mobile app launches in 2027.
Wow.
Pretty excited about that.
Wow.
Sorry, I don't know enough about Jimothy to share the passion, but I'm passionate that you're passionate about Jimothy.
And that's the thing is, I feel like no one should ever feel. I hated the amount of times, especially as a girl. There's a reason why I don't play Magic the Gathering specifically, but I think about this time at the berry farm of Knott's. I got soaking wet on one of the rides, and I just needed a shirt. And I saw a band shirt that I know a couple songs. I just needed a shirt. I was covered in water. I wanted to be dry. And the person who sold it to me was like, "Bitch, you can't name more than 2 songs of theirs." And I was like, "I'm literally 12. Why are you trying to fight me from spending money in the store?"
But you don't think I'll punch you in the nose.
But exactly. Like, Andy and I talk about this all the time. Andy's the one, like, when people are like, "Oh, Heather, what are the rules on it?" I'm like, what does it say? I don't know unless I'm actively reading it, because the ADHD just has me go, "Ooh, pretty, shiny. I like it." And I know how to play and I know what I'm doing, but like explaining very specific scenarios is not my wheelhouse. Explaining what's upcoming, not my wheelhouse. That guy is the one who he's locked and loaded in the text. And that's where his nerdiness comes out in. So I think that just because one person knows less or whatever, like, you don't have to know why Jimothy looks the way he does. You can just know he looks like a little meatball. He's nature's meatball, and we love that so much for him.
Well,
actually, we hate that for him. I'm doing it again. I'm so sorry.
Heather and I talk about this a lot too. You can be supportive and not know everything that your significant other or whomever you're wanting to support knows about. I'm happy if you're happy. I'm passionate if you're passionate. Somebody wants to go at it. I mean, I'm in your corner.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me, info dump.
I'm trying.
Okay.
One of the things they're coming out with D&D's coming out with in 2026 in their what do they call this? Season of Magic. They have Season of Magic. One of the things they're releasing on September 15th is Arcana Unleashed. It's a D&D full campaign expansion for levels 11 to 20, and it's focused around all of full spellcaster classes in D&D. So maybe if we finish the one we're currently playing with Sydney and Jesse sooner than later, but sooner than I'm ready to do the homebrew I'm working on, we can pick up another pre-con or pre-done campaign and just say, hey, cool, let's play a little level 11 spellcaster and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I'm excited about this. I haven't read a whole lot about this, so I'm going to say it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to read about it, and I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
An M-rated Dark Sun defines D&D's Season of Survival. And I'm going to try something here, everybody, so bear with me. I tried this earlier. I'm going to do a screen share, and it's probably going to be blurry because, we're still figuring this technology out. But this is the image.
Ooh, spooky.
Right? I mean, they have blood and power. So.
Yikes. I mean, it's good. Yikes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's yikes.
Edge of Oblivion. I mean, this just looks.
That's crazy.
Which is funny because one of the other things they're doing is tapping into a little bit of the Magic the Gathering. Funny because of the same company. And the Universes Beyond, and they're wrapping in World of Warcraft. And it's funny to me because that Edge of Oblivion, Dark Sun stuff reminds me a lot of StarCraft, which is what I played over Warcraft. So more to come on that as I learn more and read more. But this is, for me, Heather's jacked about Star Trek in Magic the Gathering. Well, the biggest reveal of the night during D&D GenCon panel was that Star Wars is coming to Dungeons and Dragons, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of various ages. Star Wars. Yeah, I'll do it again.
Oh, ah! Yeah, I'm interested.
Darth Vader took the stage. Virtually no details have been revealed about D&D's second Universes Beyond Ever release. Confirm a focus on Star Wars with the upcoming Season of Rebellion, the back half of 2027.
Yeah, there are personal feelings that I initially have, but also there are initial, I don't want to say excitement, but just more of initial intrigue as well as the initial personal feelings.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's the only way I can explain it.
But I'll include this link. This is from Polygon.com, entitled "The Biggest D&D News and Announcements from the GenCon 2026." So I will throw that link in the show notes below as well, or video description, or whatever you want to call it. So that way, if people want to do some more reading, read on. Power, knowledge is power.
Heck yeah, dude. And power corrupts.
If not, control.
Go to college and become evil.
Exactly. So that's
shout out to my Doctor Who fans.
Everywhere.
Oh, that was another one that I got really jacked about. I didn't get my hands on a 10 commander set, but I did get my hands on who did I end up with? Was it
13?
Capaldi. I think it was Capaldi, yeah.
12 is Capaldi. You have 13. You have the Lady Doctor.
Yes, I do have the Lady Doctor.
Which we haven't watched. We stopped at Capaldi.
Here's the thing, and
well,
not
we didn't stop.
Yes, I was gonna say it's not that we stopped, because I feel like that a lot of people did stop because, well, they have big feelings about stuff like that, and just know that's not. We don't have those same big feelings. We are just merely
life.
Yeah, life happens, dude.
because I think that got announced. We were at the 2017 well, at the time, Boy Scouts of America, now Scouting America, National Jamboree in West Virginia. We're like, cool, we gotta watch that. And then it all started happening. Then we started moving to Montana, and then life, and then da 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 da.
Yeah.
But no, you have the 13th Doctor. Yes, because Tennant is 10, Smith is 11, Capaldi is 12.
Yeah.
You have 13th. I have the 4th Doctor. As the actual only Magic decks we own are a couple of Doctor Who Commander decks.
Couple of nerds.
Yeah, I think that's the gist of it. We're gonna do some more recordings like this, hopefully, while I'm on the road. If all goes well, looks like it's going well. Seems like it's going well.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had anything disconnect randomly, which that's pretty well at the beginning, but that was before recording.
Heather's gotten set up. We just need to do the tutorial of how she can do solo recordings of nerdy stuff whilst I'm traveling, or even when I'm home and she just wants to talk about whatever she wants to talk about, nature, things, nature, Garbage Pail Kids, things like that, things of that nature.
Yes, Garbage Pail Kids. I forgot we were going to do that.
I think the baggie's still on the desk. It was on the desk, still on the bookcase. Must be on the bookcase.
It's on the bookcase. Sorry for my forehead.
Found it.
And then also too, so we went, sorry, this is more personal, but also kind of relates to this. We went to go see a couple of bands, just a couple little bands over the weekend. I don't know if you've heard, it's a little small band called Bowling for Soup. Another little tiny.
They did Stacy's Mom, didn't they? The song Stacy's Mom.
Yeah. They do so many covers, and it's actually so much fun. Another little teeny tiny band called 303.
They're from Boulder, Colorado.
303. And probably the smallest band of all three. Just a tiny little Canadian band called Simple Plan. You heard of them?
They're from Canada.
You heard of them? Anyways, a lot of fun.
Maybe when I was just a kid.
I was just a kid the first time I heard their music. But Bowling for Soup has like an album art cover that is like they're all different Garbage Pail Kids, and I was really excited about that. So maybe that'll be one of my first videos.
More to come from Heather.
You guys excited? I'm excited.
So we're trying to expand the published content of the Nerd Hutch.
We're trying to expand the Nerd Hutch multiverse. We have the normal side by side. We now have the virtual, and soon, well, technically we already have the individual.
But
we need to it.
Well, that's fine.
Came out really nice though.
And we'll work on inviting people in now that the virtual is working.
Yes.
And
we will eventually have buddy people joining us. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I like my friends. We'll
do Heather really wants to do a D&D character build with you guys, referencing a famous fictional character from a certain TV show based off a certain book.
Yes. And it's so funny. It's so funny how little that actually like narrows it down. So now I'm like, do I do a spoiler or do I
vaguely non-committal? Maybe
non-committal.
Follow us on Instagram to see the spoiler.
Maybe I drop a little color reveal, because technically if I do a color reveal, I'm doing a color reveal right now of who that character is going to be. Mind you, it's not Belle. It's based off of a book series, and
it's not Disney.
No. That'd
Spoiler number one. There you go. Spoiler number
funny.
1. Not Disney.
That'd be so funny.
Maybe we can work on some YouTube shorts so y'all getting a peek behind the curtain.
Little peeksy.
I think that'll be a fun one.
I think we're getting slap happy now, so we should That's how you can tell when we're like both out of things to say, but like also still have like a bunch of stuff to say. Is we just start saying random things a lot and getting very excited about it.
Yes, sorry, I'm
okay.
But yeah, that's the Nerd Hutch on the road, but not solo on the road.
Ew.
As always, if you think of anything you want to talk about, you want to talk about with us, want us to stop talking about, leave it all in the comments. Like, follow, subscribe, join the Discord if you feel like it. Other than that, stay happy, stay healthy,
and stay nerdy.